Hey everybody, Jay Barrino here. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me for some more Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. My game file tells me I'm 3 hours and 14 minutes in at 54%. But I think we're closer than halfway through the game, in my opinion. Power bombs. It's more like the rate at which we're going to be picking up items is going to increase exponentially over time. So I have to climb this room again. The res bits can be annoying. I could attempt to just ignore them, so long as they don't knock me off the platforms. So we opened up a new pathway at the top of this room, which connected to... In terms of actually progressing forward, there's a specific area that we want to go and check out. Again, doesn't hurt to stock up. So see, we no longer need to use the Dark World in order to shortcut our way over to this part. Also, we don't have to worry about those Morph Ball eating monsters under the floor anymore, so we can just Spider Ball over. And here we are, back in the main gyro chamber. So what can we do in here? We can destroy this debris. And create another one of these goofy little puzzles. Great, so we've stopped the inner ring now, and if you look closely, there's a spider ball track on there. So we can go and use that. I could also go and save in here just in case, but we really haven't made much progress at all. Okay, of course it's the other side. I picked the wrong side. This is risky. Should probably not risk this. There we go, okay. So what we can do is we can blast ourselves through this window. Property damage. Use our last power bomb to get through the door. Target DNA confirmed. Dark Samus. Target is energizing yourself, building internal supply of phase and energy to dangerously high levels. Okay, so we specifically want Dark Beam ammo. I had talked about this in an earlier episode, but even though her name is Dark Samus, she is a creature that lives in the light world. So she's actually very weak to Dark Beam. If you were to go to Aegon and get the Dark Burst, which is the missile combo with the Dark Beam, you could absolutely waste Dark Samus. It's slightly out of the way, so I haven't gotten it. Ouch. Dark Samus 2! Reborn, Enhanced, and Vengeful. Enhanced beam system and boost attacks added to Arsenal. Stealth field generator present in armor. Tactical scans have identified several new battle systems in the armor of Dark Samus. She now wields a potent variant of your charge beam. Her boost attack has been augmented, and the ability to render herself invisible is present as well. Bioscan suggests that Dark Samus can reform her body short of total atomic disruption. Extreme caution recommended. Okay, so we're going to get out that Dark Beam. If we can hit her with this, it's going to do some Mondo damage. I hate this. And you can see that it does some lingering damage to her as well, which is awesome. Whoa, okay. That was not an issue with the emulator. We just dealt enough damage to put her into phase 2. Okay, this is just awful. Just trying to make big jumps to go over it. Got her. She's doing it again. Big jumps. Just big jumps. And then we can move towards this, this health and ammunition. I'm surprised she hasn't gone invisible yet. This is very similar to what she did in the first fight. We have a chance there to get a nice charge shot in on her. Thought that that pillar would block for us. Oh, and we got her. She didn't even go invisible once, but you would just use the dark visor. Well, I don't think that counts as atomic disintegration when you fall off a building, but she's gone for now. So that fight was interesting. Normally she's supposed to go invisible as well, and then you deal damage to her, and then it overloads your dark visor, similar to the Thardus fight in the first Prime. But it's fine. We got to see the boost ball attack, and just a lot of the new attacks that she tends to do. So we're at the very top of that elevator, and it's a dead end. So we're going to grab the item up here and then pretty much go right back down and all the way back to that new room that we opened up from Torvus Bog. Not in Torvus Bog, mind you. Just the room after we took the elevator from Torvus Bog. That's where we're going to go back to after we get this item. Little stuttering here. Please don't crash. Please, please, please. I will say the Dark Samus 2 fight, just by simply knowing that she takes hugely increased damage from the Dark Beam, makes a massive difference. And it's just something I think a lot of people don't... You just don't assume. You think, oh, she probably takes damage from the Light Beam. Echo Visor acquired. Not too many uses for this, unfortunately. It's mostly just to open up certain rooms that have been since locked to us. So you use it and you expose these sonic emitters, and then you shoot them and it opens a door. It's worth pointing out that even if you knew where the sonic emitters were, you can't shoot them to activate them unless you're locked on with the Echo Visor. So all the rooms prior to this that we may have been able to interact with those things, you need the Echo Visor. You can't sequence break without it by shooting the emitters. And then sometimes they're just like little probes that lock the door. I think we're full on everything. I think we're full on power bombs too. That's good. All right, let's go. right? Like I mentioned, we're actually just going to leave. We're just going to go back. We want to make our way back to, I think it's called main research or central research. And we have no easy way to get back there, unfortunately, so we just gotta take the pathway. But at this point, I would say we're on track to basically just be key collecting. We just want to be getting the keys for the Dark Temple in the Ing Hive. We already have one of them. This guy's about to come alive, but they don't lock the doors. Haha! So we can just leave. I'm not sure if killing those would mean that they're gone from that room permanently or not, so again, if they don't lock the doors, I'm happy to just let them live. The Luminoth can reclaim them later. See ya. Okay, this room now just has Resbits in it, no longer those turrets. Oh, oh. Hang in there. Hang in there, Prime Hack. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit these. Let's go ahead and scan the big drone now. Oh gosh, that thing's chasing me. Caretaker class drone. Rogue maintenance drone. Drone designed to protect a magnetic rail chamber. Chamber's rails are a boost jump apart. Perhaps the Luminoth were experimenting with boost technology. The Caretaker drone was designed to protect and maintain an experimental energy chamber. It uses electrically charged limbs to perform its duties. The drone requires sensor updates to fight. A vulnerable detection unit will extend periodically to search for targets. Destroying this unit would weaken its combat ability. Ow. Please, 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 please. So we had the Echo Visor, we used it to open the door, which exposed the portal. And now, we'll be in the dark version of this big room, where we will do the exact same thing. Ignore the enemies. Shoot the sonic emitters. Get them. Okay, so that raises up the floor. We can use that to navigate to higher in this room, but for now, we just want to go back to Sanctuary Fortress, because now we're going to be on the inside of that drone's chamber. Cool. And now here we have another Morph Ball mini-boss. Not going to be able to get that. I would say when in doubt, err on the side of avoiding damage, and you're bound to just randomly hit one of the sensors accidentally at a certain point. Up to level 2. So we just need to boost back and forth and try to hit the sensors. That's it. Oh, gosh. If you fall on the floor, it will electrify and deal damage to you, but if you get out fast enough, specifically using the spring ball, you can avoid any and all damage. Obviously, besides what you took when you get hit by the arms. Yeah, turn around, you jerk. Sometimes when you boost, it just sends you into a direction that you weren't expecting, like at an angle you weren't expecting. I think it has to do with how flat the surface is that you're boosting from. Ah, it stopped moving. And now. So see, like, the surface I'm on is actually flat, where if you were to, like, boost from, like, this kind of inner angular part, I think that's when it becomes an issue. That was totally accidental, but I'll take it. All right. I don't have enough chime to charge up my boost in those situations. Oh, that was close. Okay, I'm struggling here. A lot of it's kind of luck dependent based on where the things even spawn. I'm sorry, Caretaker class drone. So the reward for beating the Caretaker class drone is nothing. I mean, it's access to an upper area of the room that you otherwise have no way to get to. But yeah, no items, nothing. Makes you feel almost a little bad, doesn't it? What a puzzle. So you can see there's a missile expansion there. It's just sort of a maze when you come back down through this room. We don't need to get it now, because I'll be coming back this way later anyway. Caretaker class drone did a number on me. 2 energy tanks. Alright, so now we're in a new area of Sanctuary. Very exciting. So we can get actually a really good upgrade in here. We just have to clear out these res bits first. Oh, that was foolish. I don't know why I thought I could make that. Overall, I think Sanctuary Fortress has been going really well for me so far, assuming I don't just jump off of, you know, ledges into pits and stuff. That was an example where I needed to just casually walk behind it to actually have the freeze go into effect. Same thing here, I think. Twilight. What few remain gathered in the Great Temple. They are all but Umos, the last sentinel of Ether, entered into life-preserving stasis. There they would remain to be released once the Ing were destroyed, or to sleep forever. His people safe, Umos prepared for the last terrible assault. In the silence of the Great Temple, he prayed for salvation, for deliverance from the terror of the Ing. 80% of all logbook scans, hell yeah. And then we showed up to save the day. So there are 2 things to get on these spider ball tracks. One is at the very, very tip top, and one is like halfway up, and we have to climb it twice to get both anyway, so let's get started. See these red markers? They're basically indicating where you should drop your bomb, so that the timing works out, and you'll be able to properly launch yourself off and onto the next one. This one can be a little finicky. Let's see if I can get it. Nope. Go back, buddy. You can make it. You can do it. You can... There we go. Saved. Beam ammo. Always important. So we've gotten one in Aegon, Torvis, and Sanctuary. There's one last one on Temple Grounds that we'll be getting close to the end of the game. Alright, so let's head back up there. Oh! Thankfully, it just put me right back here. I swear I was holding the button. 2 silly falls in this room. This is the watch station room. Alright, so we can open up this portal. And of course we're gonna go through it. Of course. You can see a Sky Temple key there. We got these flippin' dummies. I actually don't know if they lock the doors. Maybe I should just not bother. Cool. So the real reason that we came into the Dark World here is, number one, we have to get more keys, but that's not what we're doing right now. If and when you come through this door in the Light World, this giant gap here you have no way to cross it. There's just no way to get over there. No, don't do that. We want to kill the Preeds first, because if you grapple through them, then you lose connection. It's just that easy. Okay, so now we're on the other side of the gap. We're going to need to be able to get back across there somehow, though, because there's no return portal. There are many Resbits in this room. You can see them sitting on the platforms. They'll activate when we get close. There's a Morph Ball bomb slot there. No point in activating that until later. So these are they're Dark War Wasps. This is the only place you can scan them, so make sure you do it. I think the hives are still the same. Yeah, they're just normal War Wasp hives. Let me just double check on that. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, the upgrade in this room is a little tedious. Just a little tedious. But that's alright. Okay, and then we can... Perfect. Get it from the side there. So come with me on this journey of killing Resbits and spinning spinner things. Again, it's important that you go around the Resbits, else your missiles just bounce off their shield. One of the reasons that Resbits can be really annoying is in this room in particular, if you don't know how to deal with them, specifically freezing them and going around them to shatter them, a lot of their attacks have like massive knockback. So especially in this room where you're jumping across these platforms, you're inevitably going to get knocked off by them, which can be a real pain. Now we want to go activate the bomb slot. Once we beat the actual boss of Sanctuary Fortress in the Ing Hive, the grand collectathon will begin. We will have all the tools necessary to just travel the world and get everything. I'm looking forward to it. So this allows us to jump horizontally very far distances. I wouldn't say it's infinite, you can only jump 5 times, but for the purposes of this game and how large the rooms can be, it may as well just be infinite. There are only a couple places where you actually need to time specifically it being 5 jumps exactly. We can also use that to wall jump off of things. It's been a while since we've seen these buddies. You can use the screw attack to actually kill those guys, but you have to have like pristine timing to do it. So I'm fine just not for now. So now we can collect that missile expansion that we saw because we're actually going to be going back down. And you want to start on the left and then go right 2 times. My keyboard? I think my keyboard? There we go. Sometimes it just does that. Alright, so we're back in main research. And the reason we came down here is to say hello to more res bits. Now this room has res bits in it for some reason. They're just everywhere now. And if you remember, we raised this platform. Which means we can get up here. You might wonder, why didn't we do this earlier? Well, because we needed the screw attack to wall jump up these walls. Master timing. Masterful timing by Jay Barino. Okay, we're good on ammo. I guess let's just break these and see if we can get some missiles and energy. And there is that Dark Temple key. It was behind this force field, so we needed to come up through that elevator area and wall jump up there. It's the only way. But now we can open it up permanently. All is well with the world. I think they're going to be Dark Pirates. I hate them. I hate them. They're them and Resbits at this point. They're just everywhere. But that's why I have basically trained myself to deal with them the same way, in a very quick and effective manner, which is Charged Dark Beam Missile. Okay, got the missile expansion here. And then back to the light worlds. So the last Dark Temple key is actually right outside the boss room. So I think I'll probably go pick that up. We can hit the save station, and then we'll fight the boss right at the beginning of the next video, just like we did for for Torvis, I think. Wow. I can't even be upset about that, to be honest. That was impressive. That was an impressive dodge, my friend. Okay, so now we can finally make a connection with Old Sanctuary Fortress after we pick up this very valuable energy tank. All right. Whoa! Not today. All right, and look where we are. We're back in the Central Dynamo. So it might behoove me to go and save, but we're going to be hitting a save station relatively soon anyway. So we need to get to the dark version of this room. So the closest portal is actually the very first one that we used. It's really just right up here in the next room. We used it to bypass some stuff before we had the spider ball. Now, you could have done all of this in a bunch of different orders, but the way that I've plotted it out, I believe, again, makes it so that I'm only hitting a lot of these areas the minimum number of times that I need to. Yeah, no thanks. This is Echo Visor. Okay, and here we are in the darkroom version of the room that I had said. So that's the boss right there. This room is particularly irritating to navigate. I'm going to get knocked off many times. I'm just saying it's going to happen. So this actually leads us, if we wanted to, we can go and grab some ammo. I guess, you know, I'll go and expose the room just to say that we did. You can use the Dark Visor to target him while he's in the goop form. Oh, yeah. So this was 100% not necessary to do. I'm just... again, just for the sake of revealing every room on the map. It also refills our power bombs. I think we were already full, but just worth pointing out. Why did I even go out of my way? I just went to the ammo station. Jay Barino, you're losing it, buddy. You know what? Let's grab the key first. Because in case the worst happens and I've got to start from my save station here. Okay, so what's the best way to get up there? Let's try this. There's the spider ball tracks right there. If you get hit by one of the tentacles, you're just going to go all the way to the bottom. There's no recovering. Excellent. All Inghive Temple keys found. We're ready to confront the boss. Let's drop. Get knocked off. It was going to happen at least once. More than once. Several times. 4 times. At least 4 times. There we go. Okay. We want to just barely on the edge here. Nope. So we want to go over here. Oh my goodness. What a time to be alive. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and when we come back, we will face down the real boss of the Ing Hive. I think it's one of the best bosses in the series, if not the best boss in the Metroid Prime series, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'll see you then. Alright, bye-bye.